Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack. Here on Friday, it is the 17th of February, 2023. Gonna look at the 7th race from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKit5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 7th race from Aqueduct, and before I get any further, here in New York this past week, it's been spring weather. Beautiful, beautiful weather, mid-60s, on Thursday, rain in the afternoon though. 60 degrees, 55 degrees Tuesday. The weather's been so nice the last couple weeks here in New York, other than that one Saturday where we had like it felt like -5. But other than that, the weather's so nice. A lot of lawns here in New York City and Brooklyn and Queens are all green. So hopefully turf racing resumes maybe a little bit earlier than the usual first week of April here in New York. That's what I'm hoping for. But it's going to be a little rainy day at Aqueduct, but the weather is still going to be warm, but it's going to dip a little bit at the for Saturday's card. But let's look at the 7th race from Aqueduct, which allowance optional claimer per $72,000 race for fillies 3-year-olds here, New York breds. Field of 9 horses heading to the main track. The distance of ground at 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the Aqueduct main track. Going to take as a top selection 7-horse Midtown Lights. Let's go 7935 in the superfecta. 7935 super, top selection 7-horse Midtown Lights. 3-year-old filly by Reddlesdale here. Brad Cox trains. Manny Franco gets to mount. Brad Cox has only had 5 offerings so far this meet at Aqueduct, but has 3 victories to his name locally and a place. So he's been doing quite well with his horses, striking at 60%. Manny Franco's not having a half bad year also. 120 for 32, striking at 27%, not bad at all. But Midtown Lights, his most recent race came on the 17th of December at Aqueduct on a mud seal going. 7 furlongs in the New York Stallion Series for $500,000, and he finished second by 1/4 lengths and probably would have won that day if he didn't get steadied around the far turn. He steadied out of it. It took him a little bit of time to get composure. He got to the front end, but then he just kind of hit the wall late. But when you lost, 2-3 lengths down the backstretch, that cost him the race. Refreshing here, hopefully with a better race. Or better trip. I think he get the trip to win. 2 back in the main special weight for $70,000 at Aqueduct on the slop. 6 furlongs, 3rd of December. The horse won by 1/4 lengths, and from a tracking position, he took off clear, a little bit wide, but she went away with it. A very, very good race as the heavy favorite in her dirt debut. And then prior to that, she ran 28th of October at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs out of turf course in main special weight. She finished 3rd by 2 3/4 lengths that day. She sat back early. She moved a little bit late, but it wasn't anything to call home about. It was an average turf race there, coming home with a 58 buyer. And then on debut on the 17th of September at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs out of turf course, main special weight. She finished 5th by 2 lengths, a little bit closer than she normally is, and she just kind of hit the wall. Wasn't her day to win. She's training well on the training track at Belmont. Refreshing here. It's a good spot for her. I think her second likeliest winner is the 9-horse Downtown Mischief for Linda Rice and Jose Lascano. Most recently, they ran the horse on the 14th of January in the debut, going 6 furlongs in a good main track and a main special weight. Went by 7 3/4. This horse really took off clear. I thought that was a very good race. Since the last run has been training well at Belmont on the training track, I'll give this horse a shot on the late pick 4 also. But to recount my selection for the 7th from Aqueduct, let's take the 7-horse Midtown Lights. Give kudos to the 9-horse Downtown Mischief. 7935 super, 79 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.